The Galactic Empire saw some very talented officers rise through the ranks, some even reaching the position of Warlord of the Empire. While this is more of just a symbolic title, there have been quite a few Moffs and Admirals to achieve it, the majority doing so after the Battle of Endor. After such a catastrophic defeat, the power structure of the Empire underwent major changes, leaving the High Command in chaos as various figures vied for control. This period of internal conflict was stopped by the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Grand Admiral Thrawn was arguably the most powerful officer in the history of the Empire. During the catastrophe of Endor, Thrawn was on an expedition to the edges of the unknown regions of space looking for worlds to conquer for the Empire. Years later, he would return to find the Empire in complete disarray. Thrawn, being the highest-ranking Grand Admiral left alive and loyal to the Empire, soon gathered enough support to be recognized as the leader of the fracturing Empire. Immediately, he began a war in the New Republic that culminated in his death at the hands of his own bodyguard. His time in charge affected the remaining Moffs and Admirals, including Gilad Pellaeon. Pellaeon's long career began nearly 70 years before, around the time of the Battle of Geonosis. During the rise of the Empire, he remained loyal to Palpatine and retained his rank in the newly formed Galactic Empire, and was even present at the Battle of Endor. Pellaeon became Thrawn's second-in-command and eventually witnessed his assassination at the Battle of Bilbringi. Convinced that the last hopes of a unified empire died with Thrawn, Pellaeon decided to go out in a heroic last stand at the edge of the unknown regions. It was around this time that the Imperial Ruling Council began to regain control, so Pellaeon instead supported the Council. However, after retaking Coruscant, any illusion of unity faded as the Empire immediately descended into a civil war. Just before the war could get too out of hand, Palpatine returned in a clone body, managing to bring even some of the warlords back into the Empire. However, this was a really short-lived time. A royal guard named Carnage rose to power after Palpatine died. Jax was an aspiring Sith Lord and ended up sabotaging almost all of Palpatine's emergency clones, and killing all of the royal guards except for Kir Kanos. This plan was supported by the most powerful officers in the Galactic Empire, such as the elderly Emodet. Emodet firmly held on to the anti-alien sentiment of the old Empire and was eventually poisoned by the Black Sun crime syndicate. Jax was still not safe after Palpatine's death. Kanos eventually killed Jax in an epic fight, but Jax managed to reshape the way that Moffs, Admirals, and Warlords dealt with each other. After Palpatine's ultimate death, the Empire briefly held together under two different leaders but splintered yet again. Pellaeon continued to serve the Empire. The most powerful warlord of the time was Truton Teradoc, who was in command of the largest known Imperial fleet. This made him the de facto ruler of the Empire. Unfortunately for Pellaeon, Teradoc was just another greedy warlord more interested in his own ambitions than the return of the Empire. Teradoc's main rival was the infamously brain-damaged Blitzer Harsk. Harsk had established the first warlord kingdom to break off from the Empire, known as Zero Command. He had a split personality that alternated between himself and his long-dead subordinate, Bola Thoth. Harsk had recruited the powerful female admiral Natasi Dala, whom he tasked with eliminating Teradoc. Unknown to both Teradoc and Harsk, Dala had joined forces with Pellaeon, and the two double-crossed him along with 11 other Moffs and Admirals. Dala and Pellaeon initiated a meeting. Teradoc, Harsk, and 11 other Moffs and Admirals were present. Once they were all in the room, poison gas was released, killing all of them except for Pellaeon and Dala. Harsk actually survived the attempted execution, only to later commit suicide due to his brain injury. With their main obstacles eliminated, Pellaeon and Dala went on to form the Imperial Remnant. Warlords existed during Palpatine's lifetime as well, one such being Zinj. He was responsible for quarantining Dathomir, the home planet of the dangerous Night Sisters. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy Star Wars lore videos, maybe consider dropping by my channel, as I do lore topics at least once or twice a week. My channel's quite new. Thank you to Fact Free for letting me do this video. Hope you enjoyed.